Hello, this is Teacher Marco from phuketpals, and welcome back to this GED Social Studies screencast. Previously, I've talked about the trench warfare, and this is screencast that I'm making today is actually related to that. So this lecture is about the Christmas Truce that happened in World War One. This is part of the series that I am making. So please watch the earlier videos and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and also please don't forget to share it and hit the like button as well. With that, it helps us help more people like you. So why don't we begin? So the Christmas truce, the Christmas truce of 1914 is one of the most interesting events that occurred during World War One. I really like this event that happened. And what happened here? In the midst of the war and fighting, the soldiers along the Western Front stopped fighting in an official ceasefire on Christmas. It's a dangerous move. Imagine that. Like, they just stopped fighting although there was no ceasefire that was ordered. So it's dangerous, but because of love and the overwhelming feeling that they have during this special occasion, they had this truce. So what happened? But first, where did the truce take place? Um, well, all along the Western Front, the soldiers behaved differently. It probably depended on what their local commander allowed them to do. In some areas, the soldiers just stopped fighting for the day. In other areas, they agreed to let each other recover their dead. However, at some points along the front, it almost appeared like the war was over. So soldiers from each side met and talked to each other. They gave each other gifts, shared food, sang Christmas carols, and even played games of soccer with each other. So this is what happened there, as you can see in the picture, right? So how did it start? So, in many areas, the truce began when German troops began to light candles and sing Christmas carols. Soon, the British troops across the lines began to join in or sing their own carols. Brave soldiers began to make their way into the area between the lines called the no man's land, and they met up with enemy soldiers to exchange gifts and souvenirs. So, what was the response from the higher ranks? So, some of the generals and leaders didn't want the soldiers to engage in unofficial truce. So, orders came down from the commanders on both sides that the soldiers should not fraternize or communicate with the enemy. So the generals were afraid that this would cause the soldiers to be less aggressive in the future engagements. In future years of the war, truces at Christmas were much more guarded and had basically stopped by 1917. Now, let me share to you some fun facts, a couple of facts uh, that happened during the Christmas truce. So, in an attempt to stop the truces and communication with the German soldiers, the British High Command issued a warning to officers that Germans were going to attack on Christmas. And this one, another fun fact. Um, at Christmas, British troops receive a gift from Princess Mary, the daughter of King George V, and it contains cigarettes, tobacco, a picture of Mary, pencils, and some chocolates. Wow. Okay, so very interesting. Now, let's go to our GED practice test question. Um, Another primary source. With one believed in the essence of the birth of Christ, no man shall be denied to show the warmth in this cold winter Christmas. In relation to the lecture, what is the main idea of this statement? Let's take a look at the choices and do some elimination process. A. No one shall cross the line between trenches because it's lawfully not permitted. B. A soldier can cross the no man's land as long as it's Christmas. C. Christmas seems to be important to each soldier with their faith and their longing to spread love in the special day. They try to form a bond with the enemies. And D. Christmas is just a normal occasion and should not be given that much importance as a soldier in battle. Let's eliminate the negative answers first, and that's letter A and letter D. They both have the same direction, and they're both trying to imply a negative answer. And as we can see, the statement is so positive, so it contradicts option A and B. Now, for B and C, if I will choose a more detailed one, and more related to our statement here, I would actually choose letter C. So if you chose C as your answer, congratulations. All right, you have a good chance of passing the GED Social Studies test. All right, so I hope that I was able to help you again today, and thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to share and subscribe. And this is Teacher Marco. Have a good day.